So yeah, good evening. Sorry, I was fast asleep. Although I haven't slept for long, I just slept for an hour, and it's like a struggle, to get up. It's a struggle to get up, but yeah, we are committed to this. We are committed to this. We have to make sure that we speak to you. Yeah. Yes. Hey. Okay. Hey, this guy was calling me. This guy was calling me. Yeah. I'm trying to wake up. Yes, my dear. Sorry. I found your missed call. I was sleeping. The time differences. What? How did the day end? Okay, so we didn't succeed today. Okay then. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah. So tonight we are mostly talking about mostly talking about PF. PF is in dilemma. In dilemma in the sense that they have got a number of challenges, so to say. They have got a number of challenges, but tonight I'm looking at the future of PF. The future of PF lies in them quickly picking somebody to take over from Edgar Lungu as president. Okay, that is the first thing. They need to get a leader who will take over from Edgar Lungu. Of course, I am saying this, realizing that, not forgetting that PF is not there, as it were, before Mao Sampa performed his dramas. PF is no longer there. Mao Sampa sold out PF. It is gone, and it will not come back. At least before the elections. There is no PF before the elections, because the PF that has remained is in the hands of Charinga. Yeah, and we can't call that as PF. We can't call that as PF. The PF that is with Charinga, we can't call that as PF. So there is really no PF, and whichever way they do it, they will not be able to get it. Shadrach Nyirenda is saying you are useless. Tell me how useless I am, because I'm giving you the reality as it is. And this is the problem. Eyo mwakwata imweba PF tamumfwa. If you were listening to me from a long time, if you were listening to me, even when Edgar Lungu was there, you wouldn't be in this situation. If you look among the politicians and you search for a voice of reason in terms of PF after losing power, I think I am that voice. I am the only voice. I am the only voice that has been speaking reason on the status of PF. But many times you ignored my advice, and you even called me names for giving you free advice. Immediately after Lungu Bafwa, after you lost power, I was telling you, you need somebody to take over from by Edgar Lungu. I was saying that. I was saying that, and I was going all over. Please, take somebody, to take over from Balungu. We brought in, that is how, you played around to say, oh no, we are going to have a convention. We're going to have a convention, and then the convention, people paid money, but you couldn't go for the convention. Mundubire. You chingered Mundubire. Okay? You chingered Mundubire. And Balungu kept on holding on to PF. Until Mao Sampa came in. Mao Sampa came in. Imwe talk to Mao Sampa, resolve this. Mao Sampa was being adamant, he was being selfish. Enter into this concert judgment. This concert judgment which they were trying to do. I spoke about it back then. Mao Sampa was being selfish. It didn't happen. Balungu was also playing his own Mingarato. It didn't happen. I realized Balungu is sick. I started talking about it. Ignore Balungu. You people who want to be presidents, can you come out? And you people, you were insulting me. Hey, ule chingana nikani Edgar Lungu. Hey, Edgar Lungu is the only one who can win whatever. I knew Balungu was not okay. I knew he was not okay. I knew even if he were to reach the general elections, I knew Balungu would not be able to go around the country to campaign. I knew that. I knew because he was sick. That's why I keep telling you, some of you who have been saying, no, Lungu is not dead, whatever, no. Balungu kale valuele. Balungu kale valuele, and he died naturally. He died naturally. The doctors tried to do their best to save Balungu. Unfortunately, they couldn't succeed. Balungu is dead. Let no one cheat you. I have seen some people are being funny, including this guy, this Radimwetwa. Radimwetwa claims to be educated, but sometimes he can be the biggest fool in analyzing things. He can be a biggest fool. Radimwetwa sometimes really, and he will be so adamant. But if I let argue, even when UPND was in opposition, the narrative of Radimwetwa did not help a UPND to win an election. It didn't. And somehow, I do agree with Hakainde Hichilema, because Hakainde Hichilema, some of these people, he left them out, and you would say, he's actually right. He's actually right. So, Radimwetwa, yes, he has recognized him, but he has not given him prominence. Because really, that guy is a spoiler. That guy can mess up things for the party. So, I'm singling him out because he's one of those people that want to bring this a narrative that no, Lungu is not dead. What are you trying to achieve by that? You want to make Lungu look like he was such a crook that he would fake his own death. No. Sometimes in as much as we are doing politics to win favors from people, sometimes when we lie blatantly like this, we actually make people indignant. People will be like, these people also. Because you are lying black and white. I don't come here to come and lie in black and white. No, I don't come here to lie in black and white for me, or for me to push a certain agenda. That agenda which you want to run, that Edgar Lungu is not dead, that agenda is not a good agenda. It is not in good faith. And this is where I have a problem. This is where I have a problem, where you say, no, Tayali is not reliable. Tayali is not reliable because I am not going to be part of an agenda yabufi. I will never be. I will never join an agenda yabufi. I will not join an agenda yabufi. This you should know. I will not join an agenda which is unjust. I will not. So this agenda which you are running to say whatever, Uyo Evans Muponda, JJ said it is clear. He said it clearly. What did this JJ say it clearly? You should also have a critical mind. You should also have a critical mind. Somebody cuts a clip, just a short clip, and start running it around. Even here, I'm saying there are people who are trying to run a narrative that Lungu is not dead. Lungu is not dead. Somebody can cut a kokenefia pass. Lungu is not dead. He will cut that small clip and they will run it. And people who have no critical mind like this Evans, they will start believing it. They will start believing it. Lungu is not dead. Tayali said it. But you don't have a critical mind to say, I mean, did Tayali really say this? And you are so lazy. That's why we are going to take so much time to develop. Because you are so lazy. There is internet now. There is internet now. Information is on your fingertips. You can do a simple search and you will get what you want. You will get what you want. Now, you are so lazy, so lazy. So lazy. Apapa can even come up with something and you will run it. But come on. Have a critical mind. Go back. JJ did not say Lungu is going to come back on is not dead. JJ was simply saying, we will bring the body of Edgar Lungu in Zambia after, we get independence. According to him, he's calling it independence when UPND will lose an election. That's what JJ was talking about. He's talking about bringing the body after HH loses power next year. With Zakabuya now Amdala on the same plane. And somebody just cut that and is running it and you are believing it. Just because Esther Lungu and the Makebi Zulu, they are doing their own thing there. You want to start speculating to think that Lungu is not dead. Lungu is dead. He's dead. He's not gonna come back. He's not coming back. Don't make people start, expecting one day Lungu to come up and whatever. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Lungu is dead, and the ailment of Edgar Lungu started a long time. The ailment that killed Lungu started a long time, and this is why I shut up Nakachinda when he tried to bring in the narrative of Lungu was poisoned. Because I knew the history. I knew everything about his death. And I know how Lungu died. I know. So there is no two ways about it. There is nothing like, no, Lungu was shot by Mama drugs. No, there is nothing. Lungu was not shot. Lungu died of an ailment that he has had for a long time, which started when he was even in State House. It started when he was in State House. And eventually, it killed him. The doctors tried, but it couldn't help. They took him in an operation. After operation, he only spent a day outside after that operation. And he went. So, please don't be cheated. But the point I'm trying to say is that all these things, for me, I saw them. I saw these things. I anticipated these things. And I spoke relevant to the situation. I spoke relevant to the situation. When they lost power, what they needed was to choose a leader. A new leader. Imagine if PF, strong as it was after losing elections, with members of parliament, with the money that Vakagwalala had stolen, Because but PF had so much money when they left power. They had so much money. But Mambala, they were pretending like they don't have money. Yeah? They were pretending, most of you guys, most of these PF guys, they were pretending like they don't have money. But some of us, we were getting shocked when somebody is complaining to say, no, we lost it, we don't have money, what. We were running a agenda of PF. And we needed them to support us. And they were busy being stingy. They were saying, no, they don't have money, they don't have money. But we were getting shocked each time Deck pounced on them and hearing of millions that they had in their bank accounts. Cash, which they had, my bank accounts, they had millions. Properties. They had so much. And so you're wondering to say, but I was just with this guy yesterday. And he was saying that he doesn't have money. The following day, no, we have seized so much. So some of you, even when they are arresting you and they are putting you mufifungo, some of you deserve it because of your selfishness. Because of your selfishness. Even in the Bible it is written that don't be stingy with tainted money. Don't be stingy with tainted money. Tainted money, be generous with it. Be generous with it. But you are being selfish with tainted money. Ndalama shakuiva. Sample soma inkaria na kaso muntu wanga. Sample soma inkaria na kaso. Ukankala na kaso pali sample muntu wanga. Nishu uzibwelesera ma problems. Uzibwelesera ma problems. And they ended up here. So, these guys, if they had acted correctly at that moment, if Balungu had let go, just like he had written a letter to say I've resigned, if they had quickly chosen another leader, we would be talking about something else today. 2026 would have been a serious challenge. Because whoever would have taken over at that moment when I was talking, whoever would have taken over, the support that Edgar Lungu had. Edgar Lungu had his own support. That 1.8 would have shifted to whoever that person would have been. Then, this person, because there were money, it was still around. Most of this money and whatever was there. It would have helped that candidate. So, by now, and then, UPND did not start good. UPND, they were doing takataka when they just came in. So all those were opportunities that PF would have taken advantage of. And by now, we would have had a very serious opposition. But you never listened. You ended up, yes, collecting money from people to say we are going to have a convention. And that convention never happened. We tried to push for candidates like Munduvile. I tried myself. I worked my back out to make sure that, Munduvile is sold out. And Munduvile had a general acceptance. He had a general acceptance. A number of people accepted Munduvile. But no. Nakachinda, Edgar Lungu, Esther, they came, Munduvile sangakale president. Munduvile cannot be trusted. And so, okay, cannot be trusted. It is a kapo wanda, ni wa given Luvinda. No, given Luvinda ni midwife. Me given Luvinda is going to deliver. Who is going to be president? So, but given Luvinda is one of those people, one of those strong contenders. But no, Balungu put him behind. And he just said, no, he's going to deliver. He's a midwife. He's the one who's going to deliver, who's going to take over. And given Luvinda, with his blind loyalty, he was just accepting everything. Even ma 200 piniaja, Given Lubinda never paid because banamuchinga. He couldn't come out boldly to say, even me, I want to become president. I want to be part of these people. He didn't. He didn't. You know? And you know, this is what in politics, sometimes you need to be madly courageous. Sometimes you need to be madly courageous. Sometimes you need to be ready to muddy the waters. You know? Given Lubinda is, you know, is a good leader that we have. Is one of those leaders that we have who could take over the mantle of our country and lead it very well. Of course, I've had personal issues with Given Lubinda. I have personal issues with Given Lubinda. But look, in F1 Bomba, I do separate my personal issues with another individual and the country. A person might not be good to you. A person might treat you bad. But that doesn't make him a bad leader. I am patriotic like that. Even I am saying this, Given Lubinda really, he questioned me big time. Given Lubinda questioned me big time. Given Lubinda anani umira mtima. Anani umira mtima, there was a time when he was so hard-hearted on me. I was, but that aside, a person may not be good. A person that may not be good to you, it doesn't mean that he cannot be a good leader. No. No. You can have personal differences with somebody, but he's a good leader. And that is what I say about Given Lubinda. Given Lubinda, on a personal level, there is no relationship that I can talk of to say what, you know. But anyway, at the end of the day, he came around. So maybe I should also give an allowance on that. Maybe I should give an allowance. But generally, what I'm saying is that we had such good leaders like Given Lubinda. If Given Lubinda was given PF to run it, you know, he ran it actually. You know, he has been running it. Given Lubinda is the one that has been running PF as vice president. He's the one. But Edgar Lungu was just holding on to the position of president. But the one who was running a PF, it's Given Lubinda. You know. So I am saying we had a variety, we had a number of people that would have taken over. Brian Mundubile, I mean, a very good man, a very credible man among politicians we have in Zambia. Given Brian Mundubile is one of those credible people. But no, they held on to power. They held on to power. Nakachinda, nankani, Lungu, Esther, our Esther mwira wa munifu, Esther ni wa politician. Esther Lungu ni wa politician ndemi eva. Ni wa politician. Ni wa politician, and most of the things, many things that Edgar Lungu was doing, it is Esther behind. I can tell you that. So, they messed up that. They lost that chance of installing somebody when they were leaders that could have easily taken over. But they messed it up. Afterwards, Balungu Wambokulwala, I came out. I was doing a level rapport. When I realized that Balungu Balwele, I changed. I came here and I told you, those of you who want to be presidents, don't wait for Edgar Lungu. Hey, come up, step up, and take the mantle. Voila, you were all being scared. You were all being scared. You couldn't step up. Mpaka Balungu Bafwa. No, Mbaba Lungu na Bafwa. And everything is in a mess. PF is gone Kurichavinga because of Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa should not pretend to be talking big, to be accusing UPND. Mao Sampa you should be the last one. Nangu tweva tuma politics tamwa vensoni. But Mao Sampa, you should be ashamed of yourself. Mao Sampa, you should be ashamed of yourself, such that every day you should be hitting your chest to say, you know, I have sinned, I have sinned, I have sinned. Because you are the biggest problem. Of course, all these others, they were a problem. But you messed it up completely. You messed it up completely. When you faked that convention, you messed it up. So Mao Sampa, you should actually shut up when you talk about PF. You have got no ground. You have got no base to accuse UPND, to say UPND has held PF. And I've even seen some of you are saying, no, somebody wrote a comment to say, what UPND is doing is criminal. They have stolen PF. UPND has not stolen PF. It is the foolishness. It is the foolishness of the PF collective. And I've got no better words. Maybe let me use, it is the selfishness. It is the selfishness of the PF leaders themselves, starting with Edgar Lungu in his death. Even in his death, there is selfishness. Even in his death, starting with by Edgar Lungu, he was selfish. He held on to PF. After he held on to PF, next, Mao Sampa came in and messed up PF. It is because of PF itself that PF is where it is today. UPND has only facilitated because they are in government. They have only facilitated. They have facilitated to the self-destruction of PF. UPND's crime, if there is any crime at all, is that they have facilitated the self-destruction of PF. And this self-destruction is still going on even now as we speak. It is still going on because now they don't have a leader. For them to have a leader, they need to go for a convention. How do they go for a convention when PF is in the hands of Chavinga? How? How do they go for a convention when the body is still in the mortuary? How? Mukashani ku convention. Mukashani ku convention. Na Edgar Lungu ali muchitumbi. Tamulashika Edgar Lungu. Mukashani ku convention. Because on one hand, we have Makebi Zulu na Esther Lungu, who are determined that Edgar Lungu should not be buried before the elections. They are determined. They are determined. They are determined. Right now as I'm talking, Makebi Zulu and Esther, they are sitting scheming. How can we prolong this? How can we protract the death, the burial of Edgar Lungu? They don't want to bury. They want to keep that body so that, you know, the power still remains in the Lungus. That is there. That is what is there. They have got those people, those they want to retain that. They want to retain that. They don't want to bury Edgar Chagwalungu. Once they bury Edgar Chagwalungu, it means things should move. So they don't want that. They want the status quo to remain. And what is that status quo? A status quo where Lungu is still the president, even when he's dead. Even when he's dead, Lungu is still ruling PF. Muchitumbi chako, muntu alifwa. 3 months down the line, he's still holding on to PF. He's still holding on to PF. Lungu, at the moment, PF is being laid by a corpse. At the moment, PF is being led by Ichitumbi. And they haven't stopped. This is why you see they keep posting pictures of Edgar Lungu. They keep posting pictures of Edgar Lungu. Why do we post pictures? We post pictures so that people can know a person. When are they going to start posting pictures of the success of Edgar Lungu? They are busy. You will see them posting pictures of Edgar Lungu. Keeping Lungu alive when Lungu Chitumbi at the moment. PF is being led by Chitumbi at the moment. PF is being led by a corpse. Edgar Lungu is still alive for them. He's still alive. They don't want to bury those in South Africa. They don't want to bury. And yet we have people in Zambia who are eager. They want, you know, they want to take over the mantle of leadership. They want to take over the mantle of leadership. But how are you going to take over the mantle of leadership when you are on one end? Pali dilemma. And on one end, mure supporta Makebi Zulu na Esther. No, Techtushike. We can't bury. We can't bury. Okay? We can't bury. We can't bury. We will bury when Haka in the Chilema is gone. Meanwhile, you are saying, no, we need to elect a leader. We need to elect a leader. Mukashani, how are you going to elect a leader when your Lungu is still in the coffin, in the mortuary? How? Eh? How, Mukashani? Mukashani. So you are stuck. You are stuck. As long as you keep supporting whatever Edgar Lungu and Makebi Zulu are doing, as long as you keep supporting that, it means you will not have a leader. You will not have a successor. You will not have a successor. And yet you have got bigger problems. The bigger problems that you have is which party? Which party are you going to take on? Which party are you going to take on? Which party are you going to use, to bring your members? Because what you need a party where you can migrate. You need a party where you can migrate, where you can take your leaders, your members, and a party which you can use, to feature a president, and to give nomination papers to MPs and other elective positions. You need that party. So there is also that problem. At the end of the day, with what you are doing, at the end of the day, most of the PF leaders, they will find themselves in the code. Because they will not be able to contest in elections. And after the elections, they will have no party. They will have no party. And that will be it. So they will become useless. Politically, they will become useless. I have seen a agenda running to say Mundubile wants to buy, wants to get UPN, what is this? FDD. Wants to get FDD and run on that. I can't confirm the truthfulness of that because I don't talk to Mundubile now. I don't talk to Mundubile. And I am saying that very disappointed. Very disappointed. I'm saying that very disappointed. But I don't talk to Mundubile now. Not because I don't want to talk to him. I do reach out to Mundubile. Mundubile doesn't respond. He doesn't respond. I don't know who is advising him that, no, you should not be talking to Tayali. But it's okay. That is his political whatever. Sometimes you need to allow people to, to be themselves and make their own decision. He has his own reason why he's not talking to me. But I'm just telling you to say, I don't know the truth to Mundubile's, to those rumors that he wants to get UPND. Not UPND, FDD. But the point I want to raise on that one is that if that is true, it's actually okay. It's actually okay. It would be courageous. It would be courageous for Mundubile to pick on a party, especially a party like FDD. By the way, even Edgar Lungu wanted to partner with Vanawakwi. Edgar Lungu was speaking closely with Vanawakwi. They were considering taking FDD. I don't know how Valungu changed and went for NDC. If anything, because FDD, it has got a little bit of a name. It is a brand. This is a better brand than the one that they are using. Is it NCP? FDD is a better party. So, for me, I am only discussing that. Number one, saying that I don't know the truth to that. But number two, I am saying that those considerations are good considerations. If indeed Brian Mundubile wants to run with FDD, I think that is good. I think that is a step forward for me. I think that is a step forward for me. It is a step forward. And there is nothing wrong. I was watching those confused too. Those confused too. They were given Utuma Notsi and they were talking. Whoa. Hey, we know. Hey, Brian Mundubile right now. He is sitting with Nakachinda. I may not be talking to Brian Mundubile, but I can tell you for sure that at least I know that man, that he would not be sitting with the Nakachinda to plan anything. No. On using FDD, I am simply discussing it, saying that it can be a good idea. Not that I am confirming that Mundubile is doing that, no. I have not spoken to him in the fishing. I have not spoken to him because, we don't talk. Because some of you might even be thinking, maybe, that's why he's scared, because he might be thinking that, people might think that he's the one sponsoring me. So, it's okay. It's okay. I know he has a good reason for not communicating. So, it's okay. But, so I can't confirm that this is the position. However, I'm discussing it to point out that it is a good way. It is a good idea to go for FDD, if at all there is a chance. Of course, Balungu already went to NCP, is it NCP, whatever, that party, and they have a member of parliament. So it would be good to go with that party. But if I take that party, the party abana wakwi yawapo more credible. Ndera ndefishinka. Yes, they have got an MP using that party, but even if they have an MP using that party, FDD is more popular and it is more credible as a party to run with. It is more popular as a party to run with. But FDD is well sold. FDD has got a good history. It has got a good history. So FDD is a better party to use than that party, even if they have a member of parliament, because that member of parliament will not be able to contest 2026 and win an election on that party. It won't happen. So, reorganizing themselves and using FDD, I think it would be good. And it would be courageous if Mundubile stepped up. It would be courageous, because this is one of the problems that we have. People are not courageous to step into the hot waters of politics and make up that bold decision to say, this guy, many of these PF guys, they are cowards. They are really cowards. Right now, if you take South Africa, many of them, they are not happy. They are not happy. What Edgar Lungu and Makebi Zulu are doing, they know they are not happy, including Given Lubinda. I know Given Lubinda is too intelligent to accept that nonsense. But Given Lubinda is scared to talk. But for how long, Bamdala Imova Given Lubinda, are you going to tolerate nonsense in the name of being loyal? When are you going to step up? Because really, if only a Given Lubinda had the courage to step up, to step forward, that man, he would have been giving trouble to Hakainde Hichilema right now. I'm discussing the opposition because we need the opposition. We need the opposition. We need the opposition. We need a strong opposition. People are telling me, hey, what are you saying about the budget? What am I going to say about the budget? What am I going to say about the budget? It's a one-party state. Right now, we are in a one-party state. We are in a one-party state. And it's not healthy like that. It's not healthy. We are coming back next year. UPND can decide to change the constitution. They can decide to change the constitution. And if they will have the numbers, they can change the constitution. They can abuse, the numbers and do whatever they want. Human beings are human beings. We are all corrupt. We are all corrupt. So we need somebody to check us. We need somebody to check us. That is the only way our country will move forward. I am supporting Hakainde Hichilema, but truth be told, I don't want Hakainde Hichilema to have absolute power. No, I don't want Hakainde Hichilema to have absolute power. We need people that can check. We need people that are strong. politically, you know, to challenge some of the decisions that UPND is making. And if only these people, some of these people, given Luwinda, Brian Mundubile, were being courageous to step forward, you know, I mean, it would be different. But these guys, I mean, they don't have a backbone. They don't have a backbone. They keep tolerating nonsense. What is happening in South Africa is nonsense, and they know it. And I can assure you that I may not speak to Brian Mundubile, but I know that he cannot sit with Nakachinda to plan anything. Nakachinda and Brian Mundubile, they are totally different. Yes, my politics. Nakachinda is Nakachinda. Achinda chinda fie. Nakachinda is Nakachinda. Achinda chinda fie. My politics. He is just all over the place, Nakachinda. Look where he's coming from. He's just all over. He is all over Nakachinda. But Brian Mundubile alikwata focus. So there is no way they can sit together those and plan things. I don't think Mundubile, even if my politics, will be able to go to those extents. Nakachinda is with those side, that side. Kulio kulindalama, shirelo kakudia. Kuli Mundubile takulindalama, kuli Mundubile kuli vision, but takulindalama, but indalama shiri ku South Africa. You think Nakachinda can move? You think Nakachinda can sit with Brian Mundubile? Kulindalama ku South Africa. Kulindalama, inemule mpera respect. Because, Paronde Chula, if I had stayed with a South African camp, I would have been doing very well. South African camp, kuliwa esta, kuliurupia. But I don't take nonsense. Even if kuliurupia, you say no, hey, Tayali, as long as there is money, kuliwa esta lungu, kulia maafu. Indalama vai, babakabwala ala, badina wa esta lungu. That's why you were seeing, even what is this, uyuka bwalala, nanyu, bonanza, Malanji. You were seeing him there because Vadiva, Ekulindala Makudia. Esther is a queen of money. That's where there is money. And if really I was not, if at least, yes, I'm a politician and in politics there are no morals. But if I didn't have a shred of morals, I would have been with them. I would have been running those agenda that Nakachinda was running. I would have been saying, hey, Hakainde Ichilema killed Edgar Lungu. I would have been doing that. And the money would have been flowing up to today. Money would have been flowing. But Ndechula, knowing very well that Kulie Kwadia Maafu, Nakachinda cannot come and sit with Brian Mundubile. Brian Mundubile doesn't have the stolen money that those people in South Africa have. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have that money, and there is no way they will accept Mundubile. They can't. Vale muchinga Mundubile, vale muchinga. Given Luwinda na vale muchinga. Based on tribe. Why Kadirafe no be you know, and you know, it is actually upsetting for me when I see the PF talking about tribe. The PF, you are very tribal. You were very tribal. The vice president, Lungu said, Inonge winner. Lungu had no choice but to choose Inonge winner because Inonge winner helped to install Lungu. Without Inonge winner, there was a point when the person that mattered to Lungu becoming president, the only person that mattered to Lungu becoming president, it was Vanawakwi. Not Vanawakwi, but Inonge winner. Because she was the chairperson of the party. These others, Sylvia Masevo and Guy Scott, they had taken PF and they wanted their own leader. They didn't want Edgar Lungu. The one who saved the situation, it was by Inonge winner. The one person that saved the situation, that made Lungu to become president, it was by Nongewina. She was the chairperson. She was the only one who had power to endorse whatever nonsense that was happening at Mulungushi Rock. She was the only one. She was the only one who had the powers. And you saw becoming the IG. He also played his part because he was at the Registrar of Societies there. He was at the Registrar of Societies. He also played his part. And that is how they defeated Guy Scott na Sylvia Masebo. Because Guy Scott and Sylvia Masebo, they were on this side. Na vena GBM, they were on this side. Now, no in a mouse, but they were on this side. But Inongewina managed to help Edgar Lungu to become president. And that is how Lungu had no choice but to put a vice president. But given Luvinda has always been sidelined because no, kuna nikane, no, takufumama vote ku Western Province, shan, you know. But as much as these people have been saying this, given Luvinda has also not stepped up to take, you know, leadership. Sometimes you need to be bored, man. You need to be bored. You want to become president and you are being scared. Sometimes you feel wafuma. So right now, what is happening? You know that Makebi Zulu, Esther Lungu, even Nakachinda, they are playing their own match in South Africa. Imamudi Muzambia, you don't want to take up. You don't want to move. You don't want to move. Anyway, so from my point of view, taking FDD would be a good thing. Taking FDD would be a good thing. Taking FDD is a better party. Vanawakwi may not have won an election, may not have had, you know, MPs and everything, but FDD is a better party than the Kalitu party that they have. With due respect to Chanda. Yeah, he's my friend, but really, I mean, those are the parties that should fuse into FDD. Because certainly they need an alliance. But you can get FDD and all these small parties can go into FDD. But somebody needs to come up. Somebody needs to come up. There is no PF. There is no PF. Nakachinda is not a secretary general for any party. There is no party called PF which Nakachinda is a secretary general. That party doesn't exist. And it won't exist. It won't exist. It won't exist. How? How is it going to exist? 9 months before Parliament is dissolved. 9 months before Parliament is going to be dissolved in May. Apaso i budget ya ise. You won't finish this budget the moment it will be starting. We are dissolving Parliament. Next year, Parliament is going to be dissolved. In May, it will be dissolved. So just within these months, can you wrestle PF? Can UPND allow you? Can UPND allow you? They will be foolish to do that. I'm telling you, they will be foolish. They will be foolish to allow you to get back PF. They will be foolish, I'm telling you. UPND will be foolish to allow Imwe to resuscitate your PF. And you can say whatever you want. My politics are ya. I'm a politics for ya abamuntu wandi. I'm a politics wakati ni boxing. When you enter into the ring, I'm a boxing. The opponent must unleash the hardest punches on you. And if he sees where nachifimba, where it is swollen, he sees your eye is swollen. Boxing says you have to hit there. That's where you go and beat him until the guy surrenders. That is how politics is. So don't think that no, because the PF, UPND has taken over. You messed it up, Mweka, because of your selfishness. And UPND is taking advantage. He's taking advantage. And they have to. They have to. My politics, sir, my politics. So PF, you won't get it. You won't get it. The issue is which party are you going to use? And the suggestion that was brought, whether it is by propaganda, it was a mistake because you made me realize, you made me look at FDD like, oh. So whether it is true or not true, it is a good propaganda. Whoever told those headless duo. I don't promote people, but there are those useless people that Mao Sampa was using. Those two useless guys that Mao Sampa was using. Whoever gave them to say, go and say this, I know maybe they came out so that they can, tent Brand Munduvire. But what you did, you actually just marketed Brand Munduvire. Because had it not been for those, the two foolish guys, if it was not for those two foolish guys, I would not be talking about Brand Munduvire. But because of those foolish guys, whoever engineered those guys to come and talk, whatever they said, for me, you marketed Munduvire. And you brought a very good idea. Surely, I didn't look at FDD, but FDD is a better party for PF, to go in. I don't know why Lungu abandoned that idea, because that was there initially even with Lungu. But I don't know how they backtracked on that and went to Chanda. I don't know why they did that. But at this moment, FDD is a better package. It's a better branded party, to run with. It is an old party. It has got a history. It is a better party. It is a better party. And if Brand Munduvire is courageous to step up like that, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Of course, at the end of the day, all these things are politics. You need the resources. You need the resources. Problem about kwetama resources. Bali ku South Africa. Epali problem. Epo kosere. Bakagwala bali ku South Africa. Bali na ba Edgar Lungu. Bakagwala bali na ba Edgar Lungu. Abantu abakwete kwa manu like him. Avene ba given Lubinda ba Munduvire. Tabakwete ndala mashaku bataba ibire ngefe bambya aba ibire bakagwala. Epali uwafi. Epali uwafi. So at the end of the day, guys, you should just come and join me. We support Hakainde Hichilema. Let's just allow Hakainde Hichilema in coming to support Hakainde Hichilema. Nili yako watu wapishamo. You think about it. My decision to say I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema, it is after a reflection, considering a number of things. It is not that Hakainde Hichilema has given me anything. It is not that I want to come back. It's not about that. It's not about that. I have not spoken to Hakainde Hichilema where Hakainde Hichilema has told me to say support me. No. I have made my own decision after considering a number of facts. And some of these facts, they are just there before you to see. Unless those of you who are politically naive. But really, if you consider many aspects of politics, there is no way Hakainde Hichilema can lose this election. And it is also good for our country. It is also good for our country. We need a little bit of stability. We cannot just be changing. No, we don't need that. It is retrogressive. Even if you are talking about Malawi, Malawi, whatever. I'm telling you, mark my words. Malawi will not do much in these 5 years. Especially if Mutharika comes in to start changing this, changing that, changing this one, whatever. It will not help. Lazarus Chakwera had gotten, a a hang on a number of issues. And it was going to be better for Malawi for him to continue. Unfortunately, they have kicked him out. And if Mutharika is going to come and start, hey, this, they will just go back. They will just go back. It's the same with us, Zambia. If we are going to kick out Hakainde Hichilema to bring another person, we will just be going back. Because at least Hakainde Hichilema has got these plans. And these plans are beginning, to unfold. Yes, Hakainde Hichilema promised ambitiously. He wanted the votes. He promised so many things. But most of the things that he spoke about, he couldn't achieve them within 5 years. It's not possible. It's not possible to achieve some of these things that Hakainde Hichilema was talking about. You need time. And so, he needs the next 5 years. So, it is only reasonable that we support Hakainde Hichilema. I'm opening phone lines. Where is the phone? I'm opening phone lines, but where is the phone? Let me get the phone. Yeah, so you can call. I have the phone here. Oh, my speakers. Dispiace. You can call in and give your views. That is the essence of this program. This program is for you to, to speak your mind. You don't have to agree with me, Some people, they like to say, hey, Daddy, because you think that you know it. No. I have to give my side, my point. And when I'm giving my point, I have to speak convincingly. If you don't agree with me, come with your own issues. And also speak convincingly. Also speak convincingly. That is democracy. There is an interesting message here. There is an interesting message here which has come through, and I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read it as it is so that it goes on program. Good evening, Mr. Tayali. I hope all is well with you. Kindly reach out to ZNS Commandant. Suppliers haven't been paid from March to date. Suppliers of ZNS, there is a text message which I have here that they haven't been paid, from, they haven't been paid from March, is it? What is it saying? They haven't been paid from March to date. Suppliers of ZNS, they haven't been paid. And so he's complaining about that. Anyway, let me get this call. Hello? Hello?
Yo,
yes, sir.
Bwanji moyo.
Bwino bwanji.
Bwino mgomba nataka Samson petamu.
Okay. Yes, wa Samson.
Bamakamba bose ndipo imenesha bantu bamena naonga mchefu ndibapie. And for them to recover it, they can't recover it.
Chosan palaudi, wipanga chongo phone. Chosan palaudi, pamene mwafaka. Pukambani chabe monga tikamba direct so.
Hello?
Mwaona manje, imveka na bwino. Kambani.
Very good. Wana ononga PF ni wa PF. Chifukwa takuzikonda kwamene bazikonda ndese chinalengesa kuti wa Edgar Lungu pamene vanachita retire in active politics vanapasira lo mundu wile wamene mwakambira. This time sembe PF iliko na manja pa sembe ni muliro.
Maningi.
Yes, now because of that selfishness, wafuna wachigwirire palasi vachitabwanji vaononga. So if mundu virenga tizona yakuti afuna tenga FGD, it's a good idea, and also me I support it. Ngati mundu viranga ngare zona tenga FGD, then we can have opposition, because awetiri now these are not opposition.
Paribe opposition yapa, paribe.
These are not opposition. There's nothing of opposition in Zambia so far. The only person who wamenanga immediately as the opposition leader ni mundu vile kwa si out of all hava kulibe. And also nifani kambeko pali ngani amele wakambatiyo HH alitraibo watonga walitraibo. Do you know what I had kambati sema kuchipata raimo wabemba disetrio more than traibo more than watonga.
Maningi, I mean, pamene mwenze mupati, pamene mwenze mu leadership. How many Tongas did PF get rid of? How many Tongas? How many Tongas? Kunkara chabe mutonga nishi, you are an enemy of the government. Kunkara chabe mutonga.
Have you seen that?
Kunkara chabe mutonga nishi, you are an enemy of the party. So this time around, you don't have that much to say. You know, ukakamba chabe chivemba, you become an enemy. So really, even when you're talking about this tribal, it's reversing. Imwaba PF mwenze more tribal than by UPND.
Have you seen? Now, you see, even Pandawe Marilo, I mean, I've got secretariat. Talibanakana nyimbo ya Chitonga, tivo vachitonga ya.
Mwakumbuka mwakamba bwino. Ni one Zambia, one nation. Benzolira Marilo yao ka. Marilo yao. Bantu wao. Baambe nyimbo ya Chitonga. Ati ya iwe.
What does it mean?
TVC chabe va tribe zikomo. TVC. If va tribal. You guys, you are tribal. You are targeting Tongas. Kunkala chabe mutonga, kunkala chabe mulozi wao kuchanchani. You are a problem. I mean, and for me, surprisingly, a number of my friends are actually Tongas. Even the people that helped me, by the way. Well, so you people, you like to say, hey, you are unappreciative. There is nothing that help that you think of. It is just imaginary. The people really that have helped me more in my political career, they are Southerners. They are Southerners, starting with with this even very fool I was talking about, Radimwet. Radimwet was the first person to send me a one pin. Although he also became silly, he started saying that, no, I've been sponsoring Tayali. The problem is some of you give me a one pin, you start going around everywhere to say I sponsor Tayali. There is even a guy who called me here yesterday, and he was telling me, he called me, hey, you have forgotten me. I used to give you money. I was like, what? You used to give me money. You can't give me money, I forget. I don't forget. All those that help me, I don't forget, and I will never forget you. Now, this guy was like, I was giving you money. I was like, what are you talking about? No, I used to give you money. Hey, when you get broke, you would. Anyway, I said, what are you talking about? This guy had a funeral when my stepdad died, and he sent a one pin. And from there, he's calling me to say, you remember me? I used to give you money. It's not that I'm not being appreciative. I appreciate the help, but not to kutampokuла because you go around telling people to say I give Tayali money. No. Muleke. I know people who help me, and I will never forget them. But don't stop lying. Stop lying that we give Tayali money. Anyway, the point I'm trying to tell you is that people who have helped me more, it's these very people that you say they are tribal, they are whatever. These are the people that have helped me more. And even if you go into the history of our country, the independence that we have was sponsored by the people from the southern province. Wakaunda na Wakapwepwe, they didn't have resources. Resources came from the southern part of this country, of our country. So it is preposterous you know, to start no, batonga niwozikonda maningi, batonga niwozikonda maningi. But how did Ratsa, for example, Ratsa amene mukambapwe, how did Ratsa employ people from Eastern and Northern? Majority of them are coming from this side. How? Anyway, this message, somebody here has written, is saying, ZNS suppliers have not been paid from March to date. They always say no funding. They don't know how they expect, I don't know how they expect people to survive in this economy. We are just tired of these stories. And these are some of the issues that Hakainde Hichilema has been talking about. Please prioritize the local suppliers. Please pay people. Pay people. At least this issue of people not being paid, it has reduced in UPND. So please pay them. I'm glad that FRA has released money also that farmers should be paid, because I mean we are already getting into the farming season. So let those people be paid so that they can prepare for next year. You can only have continuous bumper harvest if you continue supporting farmers. Last year you supported farmers. Support them now, pay them. These suppliers, they have got children who are supposed to go to school. Some of them, they live in rented houses. Please pay them. Basolochi, what's going on? Bastumbeko Musokotwane. Is it that you are not giving ZNS money? These are Zambians, and most of these people who supply to ZNS, to the military, to the police, are just poor people that are trying to earn a living. So if you don't pay them, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So there is this complaint. Please, the people involved, the people in charge, ensure that these people are paid. Farmers, money has come. Quickly pay them. Don't start delaying. You make an announcement, but you don't pay people in fast. This is why we need the opposition. This is why we need the opposition. The opposition should be talking about these kind of things. But if we don't have opposition, I mean, UPND might go to sleep. So we need the opposition. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Father.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Father. Bueno.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
Yeah, and just to contribute, PF, if they are thinking that UPN is going to take it, it's going to make it easier for them to get PF. Let them just forget about it. Like everyone is saying, politics yabakwatira inkondo teti chitumno nakupokea mfutero ipunda chao. Can you give me that gun to me so that we fight iko takwa wapwefu
Ati stolen at why even mfuti kuti why even mfuti munkondo. It's a good example ya mwapere. No, it's criminal. It's criminal. That is my gun. Give me back my gun.
Takwa wapwefu.
I like that.
I
like that analogy. It's a very good one.
Abona wile nanya abena maosa mpasa offices yabo including abona abena nakachinda nabena nani baya and UPND is happy.
Of course.
UPND is happy and is helping them so that when bare itimbe mbindi ko kunyo mama.
Yes.
So we peshana banabo ba no rafia bene PF because of their selfishness. So far ngaba penya but even the little time that is remaining, they are still procrastinating instead of them going to the convention or choosing a leader who's going to lead them, but they are still continue procrastinating. Eventually, if there are any programs that they have, remember that PF is a very big political party.
Yes, of course.
And the UPND as well, PF. So UPND will be able to know, oh, this is the next move. Before they shoot their next move, UPND was going to overtake that move. If you remember, from 24th October.
Exactly. It's true.
But UPN, they knew that Edgar Lungu was coming back. Before he could announce he's coming back, they took over the BF and gave it to some.
Yes.
UPN, they knew that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So if you have to continue procrastinating, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
What time?
Emkwa.
What time?
And if we know when?
Boss number, abantu Zambia stop them guys. Avena Kambuiri Farit. How can somebody, a normal person, start supporting people?
Imagine.
But we will have an woman, some wife. I want to support the
wale amasirei queens ofo vale someone in darama iwe umwana kashifye na ngwani kanefye mula wa matanta
we need to start making examples but ayai umuntu waiba kumukaka ama yeza
sana like Malanje alefwa kama yeza yengi Malanje alefwa kama yeza yengi muleti poshani
alefwa kafena ngwati 25 to life.
Malanje alefwa kama yeza yengi te wakulekelela uji
pantu ngani kwa America batari nongulanga batafuma than life in prison.
No, thank you very much.
With us.
Thank you.
To come up on my example, what can I go quick?
Yeah, thank you. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Matai.
Good evening.
Sure. Allow me also to contribute.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Sure. I've been following this program and thank you so much for this topic. But I just want to air my views. You know, it is to the advantage of UPND that somehow they are managing to dismantle the opposition. But one thing that the UPND is forgetting is that the greatest opposition in Zambia is the citizen. And, you know, if they can please the citizen, it can be a walkover for the UPND. But as long as they remain, citizens are aggrieved with what we are doing. I don't think I would cast again my vote for UPND because I casted for UPND. But this time around, I've changed my mind and I've made up my mind. So I'm looking for someone to employ because someone to fire I already have. So this is my opinion and thank you so much.
Thank you. A true reflection of a Zambian there. I know who I want to fire, but I don't know who to employ. But give Haka in the HDM time. Hello? 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 Please move away from that from the other phone. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Batari. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Just want to also comment on your program.
Thank you.
Yes. Basically, what's happening in the opposition now is something that that is not pleasing some of us. You know, talking about the wind of change in 2026, it's not possible because now, even in Malawi, the example they are putting in Malawi, Mutharika was busy mobilizing the party, and it was even showing Mutharika can take over or can bounce back.
Yes, even when
there
he
were
lost,
indication.
Even when he lost, you remember that he won first time, and then Lazarus partnered with, went into an alliance with Saulos, and that is how they managed to win. But Mutharika has continued talking. They have continued even those. You remember those what is this riots which were coming up in Malawi? They kept on putting pressure, putting pressure.
In Lazarus, on Lazarus, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so for the Zambians, Zambia and Malawi are two different. So the opposition should not be comforting themselves through example of Malawi,
No, far from it.
And coming to the issue, of the tribalism, I'm one of the victims of the PF tribalism. I remember very well when I applied for a job at Zesco in 2019. And during the interview, the person that was even interviewing us, in my face was telling me, what is your name? I just told them, my name is Muvita. Then he just told me to say that, icho nchi UPND cho,
Imagine.
So, yes, that gave me a vision of saying, in this country, your surname matters. Where you are coming, it matters. So that is the type of tribalism that was there in PF. So we wish them all the best for the opposition. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No, tribalism, it was too much. It was too much. You can't talk about tribalism now. Hello?
So we wish them all the best for the opposition. Thank you very much.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Tash.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. What you're doing is very good. You are educating a lot of people. A lot of us are getting one or two things from your program, sir.
Thank you.
I just want to contribute something, especially over the non-payments of the suppliers. I'm one of the victims. Yeah, I'm one of the victims, and I'm also a UPND, but I'm one of the victims who have not been paid since 2022. I supplied something from to Zambia Army. I've not been paid since 2022. And I borrowed money to facilitate that PO. And where I got that money, they bounced on me and grabbed some goods that I had. Yes, I've lost properties because of the business I did with Zambia Army. Every time when I go there, they say we don't have funds. But during within our party, there's a cartel that can supply within 3 weeks.
They are paid.
They get paid. They are paid, yes. I remember one time I went to look for a business at infrastructure. Yes. There's also tribalism in our party. Within ourselves, UPND, there's also tribalism. They refused to give me a business at infrastructure, but some of my friends got the business because of their names. This is still happening in our party. Yes. So, no, thank you so much, Mr. Tai, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. And I'm sure most of the Zambians are listening what is happening within our party.
They are listening. And thank you that you have brought up that issue, because really it is unfair that you supplied things, in 2022, if it was before, if it was before UPND came into power, I would have said maybe you are one of those suppliers that they were suspecting that you didn't supply. But this you supplied during the time
No. So UPND. That's after we changed the government.
Yes. And up to now they haven't paid you. And there are a number of people who are like that, who are suffering. And for me, you are the kind of people that I sacrifice for. You are the kind of people that I side with. I will never support a government that is neglecting people like you. You supplied, please, and I feel very bad that you have even lost property because you borrowed money. They have killed your business. They have killed your family. It's not good. It's not good. And there are a number of people who are in your position. So, by UPND, Those are the challenges. Like somebody said that the opposition that you have are the people. These are the opposition.
Yes.
You are creating opposition through these people when you don't pay them. Please look into it that such people are paid. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mutna Tayali.
We're from quiet.
Yeah, I'm quiet. Nani fokosa pale mile landika. Kuli bakola bamuba kinabiro kutera ati the biggest opposition bantu. Yes, that is what the opposition, I think, they are comforting themselves with.
Yeah.
Yes, because even the people that voted for UPA, they are the Zambian people. So I don't know if which people are they talking or referring to. Because as far as I know, the people of Zambia, they are UPND, they are PF, they are Socialist, they are FDD, they are all people of Zambia. So when you say the biggest opposition are the people of Zambia, then you are lying to yourself.
Well, my brother, maybe just a clarification. Wait a minute. Maybe just a clarification. When people say the biggest opposition are the people, what they mean basically is to say if the majority Zambians are not happy with the government, then they will vote for somebody else. It doesn't matter who that person is. Just for them to get rid of the government that is there, they will do that. A good example is what happened with PF. Okay? People, they just got tired of the corruption and the cadarism of PF, and they just wanted them to go. Okay? So, that is what they mean when they say the biggest opposition is the people. But these people who are actually talking now, they are talking under the illusion that many people in Zambia are not happy. There is an illusion that majority Zambians don't want UPND, which from my perspective, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. At the moment, I beg to differ that Hakainde Hichilema has become so unpopular, such that many people want him to go. That is not what I think. But that is not to say UPND and President Hakainde Hichilema should be complacent. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. But those friends of ours, they have got this illusion that many people are against UPND. So that is the clarification.
Yeah, thank you very much for clarifying on that one. Yeah, so when it comes to the outlook of 2026 general elections, I'm seeing a lot of the UPND may lose a lot of MPs if they are not careful. But for the president, it's certain.
No, it's certain. He's going to win.
Yes, because looking at the atmosphere of our country, the opposition that we have in the country, they have become content creators. They are just there for drama, for social media drama. Because even if you look at the Fred member today, checks and balances which he is providing, he even himself, he knows to say this cannot be done at this particular period. But you just go there and criticize. Instead of offering solution, he's just talking about a problem.
Yeah. No, thank you.
So we need leaders that provide solution. Thank you very much.
Hello?
This cannot be done at this particular period. But you just go there and
please move away from the other.
Hello.
Yeah, move away from the other phone. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Chilufya Tayali, for picking my call. I am calling from Deke Township in Ndola.
Kundeke.
Yes, you are really doing a great job by bringing that program. Believe you me.
some time back, I never used to listen to you. But I've taken keen interest in what you are educating us Zambians. Please keep it up. It's a pity that I can't manage to save you some dollars there.
I would love those dollars.
Definitely, I could be.
I'm telling you, I would love those dollars. I'm struggling. I am.
But having said that, Chilufya Tayali, as a person who hails from Northwestern Province, believe you me, we never had it easy under the PF government. I was a victim of circumstances when I was working for the mines. I was retired in the coordination interest by virtue of my name as Mishi. Again, let me say this, and I want this message to sink in the minds of Zambians that Mayo Sampa is responsible for killing PF. There is no need to even to blame President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND. Already as I'm speaking to you, there is another breaking news that Shoni Tembo has been sidelined in preference of Nakachinda. Are you aware about that?
No, I'm not aware, but you know, those two, Shoni Tembo is just another guy by himself. Shoni Tembo is also a problem. Shoni Tembo is another tribalist, you know. Nakachinda is also another guy this side. So they are just destroying each other.
Definitely they are destroying each other. And believe me, the PF has just joined the UNIP, MMD in the political dustbin of history. They cannot come back into power. The way they are comparing Zambia to Malawi. Zambia and Malawi are totally two different countries. In Malawi, they had a former president. In Zambia, we do not have a former president. The last former president that we had is in a fridge in South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. Somehow, maybe they think that Edgar Lungu will come and contest elections from there. He will resurrect. Maybe that's why they are not buried. Maybe they have got a belief that Edgar Lungu will rise and come and contest elections. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, thank you.
Yes, please.
Is this Chilufya Tayali?
Yes, please, I am, and you are live on the program.
Okay, my brother. Ine, I'm calling you from Soreza, and this is my first time to reach you.
Thank you.
Inchito mlevo mbaba Tayali. Lesami pale. Noko kuchalo chabe noko muri. Lesale miberera koruse fintu fienda febuino.
Natotera maiwa.
I'm Mrs. Katoka calling you from Solwezi. Nyangna tupate chilwe chikaramba kuno chabe mwina mushi.
Yeah.
But natushika program ina chafo cha contribute. If you mulera nja ko ba UPND, ba UPND naba kwata ko ubwafya bumo. Baranjira ati amalita yalizi baleba lipira in 3 months time. My husband retired in May 2023 up to now.
May
2023. 2023. Ministry of Education.
Oh, so it's actually in government, Ministry of Education. And in May 2023,
yes.
Up to now, he has not been paid.
Yes, please.
And
so, Maranda Fidia, and our opposition for the Quatira Makayo, vale bepa fie shanshani na be nanga barande fintu at least bafikirisha toti baranda fie imwe nangu ture afirisha fwe ma supporters twira moneka obukuba twira moneka kwati we are brainwashed Mamona.
Yes.
Otherwise, inchito we awe. Ile umfika, but at least na be na bale fikirisha. Mama ile zipa ni mope pifiapa. Namba tukabomba shani mwe bantu bakwalisi.
No, you have raised a very good point, a very good point, because in as much as when we are supporting, when we are saying no, we should give Hakainde Hichilema a chance, they should be coherent to the things that they promise. Kulifimo, which we can say no, they need time. But in terms of paying suppliers, in terms of paying retirees, this should be done according to their policy. Hello? Yeah. No, that she has made a very good point. You know, there are certain things that we can honestly say, I mean, we need to give them time. But there are certain things that really should be taken care of, especially paying people, because if you don't pay people, you condemn them into poverty, you condemn them into desperation, you condemn their children, you know, to a bad future, because when they can't sustain their children, this is where you know, vices come in. You know, we find that our girl children, they start exposing themselves, you know, to people that will abuse them. Our boys, I mean, they start getting into illicit activities. So it is important that we make sure that we pay people what is due to them. People should not be made to suffer by their own government. No. People should not be made to suffer by their own government. People should not be made poor by their own government when they don't pay them. So, those retirees, like Minister of Education, I'm sure she's not the only one. There must be some other people. Please pay them. Hello? Hello?
Batari.
Mkwai.
Batari mwishani.
Wina femkwai.
Niwakapalo kuchingola.
Mkwai wakapalo.
For your complaint about the husband not being paid. At one time I was at the rally where we were challenged by the president that ngakuri muntu otawarikide retiree right now, raise your hand or get in touch. So I'm surprised that 2022 or whatever the year she has given up to now, the 2023 husband has not been paid. There must be something wrong. I'll put my head on the chopping board. Let her send the details so that we can see what the problem is. Otherwise, where retirees are concerned, the government is current.
So, Mr. Kapalu, you are saying that you are sure there could be something wrong. So
yes, definitely.
Okay, so Mr. Kapalu, can I trust you that I get the details of this lady and forward them to you? You will help and not victimize the person.
Because we want to prove to her that the people have actually been paid.
No.
If you're straightforward, if you want to start it tired, the person no wash.
Okay.
So I would appreciate that.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I will note your number. I will note your number, Mr. Kapalu, and then I'm sure the lady is listening. Please get back in touch with me, you know, and, so that we can talk. Then I will forward you the details. Then you can look into it. On the other hand, I just want to appreciate you, Mr. Kapalu, you know, because this is what we need. when people speak out, we need people that should be able to come out and offer solutions. You know, I'm really grateful that you came forward. We will make sure that we provide the details. You know, I also want to hear from you. Yeah, I also want to thank. I want to take advantage of you, because this is not the first time. There is also another time when I spoke about export certificates, you know, for people who want to export something outside the country. This lady complained and somebody responded. So these are some of the things that I'm saying, that UPND is getting on the road. You know, they are getting the system. Before they didn't know. Now they are getting onto the system and they are trying to deliver. So I'm really grateful. I will make sure that we send the details.
I'll be waiting.
Thank you, sir. You know, and this is good. This is how a government should work. The people, they should be able to respond to issues like that. When you are doing that, you cannot have the people as the opposition. You know, like some people like to say, no, the biggest opposition are the people. No, if government is delivering, you know, it's very good. I also hope that Kuze Denesi, you know, that man who spoke about not being paid from 2022, I'm sure he's not the only one. There could be other people as well. Please look into it. Let these people be paid. We should not make our people poor. Government should not make the citizens poor. Government should help people, you know, to become better, not to help them to become poor. Because when they supply and you don't pay them, you are condemning them into poverty. So thank you for Mr. Kapalu to come in. I'll get the details of the lady. Anyway, I think I'm going to end here for tonight. Thank you very much. Basically, tonight I was just talking about the opposition. I was talking about the opposition. I was talking about the PF. That the PF, they better act fast. They have been delaying. They have been sleeping. And now they are at a time where, you know, they need to choose a leader. They need to choose a leader. They need to find a party. And if indeed people like Vena Munduwire, Vena Given Luvinda, you know, can step up, it's time they stepped up. They shouldn't just continue hiding, you know, being behind. Come on. Step up, step up. You know what is happening in South Africa is nonsense. I mean, let things move. Those people have got money, but even they will stay outside. That's why they are not even bothering coming back to Zambia. But you people, you are in Zambia, and you have people looking up to you. Do something. FDD is a good party that you can consider. Anyway, may God bless you all, especially those that participated, that called in. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Good night.